Alright, welcome everyone. I'm going to be your host, The Sound, and today we are taking a look back at some replay broadcasts from Week 6 of NGS. First up, we're going to be seeing Gen.M Esports take on Under Newb Management in a best-of-3 series. A little bit of background on these two teams. Gen.M were champions of Division B last season, which prompted their promotion up to Division A for this season, and Under Newb Management were able to make it to the semifinals last season in the same division. So, pretty strong teams on both sides. I have not checked the standings or the results to see where our teams currently stand, lie or sit, depending on their level of comfort. So if you know the results in chat, don't share. Let's all find out together. We can take a look at our battleground selection here to see where we're headed for Game 1. We had bans onto Braxis Holdout and Towers of Doom from Gen.M, with Under Newb Management banning out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry. So we're headed to Battlefield of Eternity for game number 1 in the series. So let's check it out and see how our teams perform. We can introduce our teams as well. Here on the left in blue, we've got Gen.M Esports, Gokwe on Tassadar, Sir Mac of Cheese on Lunara, Greek Fire playing Lucio, Kobo on Blaze, and Cawthon playing Johanna. To the right in red, we've got Under Newb Management, Alan by default on Oriel, Chromage on Arthas, Liddell playing ETC, AG Silver AG, also known as Silver, or just Silver, on the Li Ming, and Lumi on Vala. Let's take a look at our level 1 talents as we get set for the first wave of the game. New habits for Blaze. So Kobo looking for as many globes as they can, allowing them to become unstoppable once they've achieved 15. Block for Arthas up in top lane. Hungering Arrow for Lumi on the Vala, augmenting for puncturing arrow damage. And Gokwe opting for Static Shock at level 1, trying to increase the damage on their Shock Ray. Chromage making that half rotation down, but they get scattered out by the Wisp. Sir Mac of Cheese is going to be able to get a lot of vision thanks to their level 1 talent, Sentinel Wisp, revealing a large area once it's sat in the bush for long enough, and we can see that here. Liddell in full vision of Gen.M Esports. I expect Newb Management will continue to be diligent about finding and eliminating that Wisp. So both teams posturing pretty conveniently, or I'm sorry, pretty safely. A little bit of trading back and forth, but nothing too serious. We do have Gokwe make the rotation up to top lane. Kobo finds Chromage in the bush. They're going to get caught behind the force wall. It's a big trade onto the Arthas there. Gokwe just came up for a stack and a little chunk of HP. Newb Management know that Gen.M have committed more heroes to the top side, so they'll immediately start this bottom siege camp. We've also got Gen.M working on their left side bruiser camp in advance of the objective, announced here in the next 5 seconds. So I'd expect Gen.M to hold this cap just for a little bit longer once Greek Fire gets those last couple of autos in. Lumi and Liddell taking care of the reciprocal camp here on the right side. Sir Mac and Cheese taking a lot of damage from that siege camp, but they still have their well that they can tap. Get some of that HP rolling back in for him. First objective spawn, and presently I want to say Gen.M have the better HP burn on the Immortal thanks to Nature's Culling at level 4 for Lunara. Lumi will get a lot more damage come level 7 once Monster Hunter is online, but before that, Vala's contribution to the Immortal burn isn't terribly significant. It looks like Newb management are content just to try and get as much damage on the Immortal as possible. They are ahead. I was incorrect in my assumption. It's Gen.M who are more interested in getting this fight. Greekfire gets a great boop onto Allen by default and Chromage. The Oriole likely to fall here. Sir Mac of Cheese chasing Chromage down as well. They get one more slow. Alright, so Immortal going in favor of Newb management there. First 2 takedowns of the game for Gen.M, which gives them a slight lead on experience as well. It's a pretty healthy shield on this Immortal. So we'll see how much push Newb management get out of their first objective. Not much to speak of. It's through the front wall here, but I don't think the fort itself is going to end up taking any damage. Force wall catches Liddell, but they're going to make it out to safety. 8 stacks now for Lumi on their level 1 Hungering Arrow. What other stacks? We've got 1 for Allen by default on their level 4 Repeated Defense, increasing the damage of Detainment Strike. Lots of damage onto AG Silver there with the Psionic Echo from Gokwe at level 7. Coffin opting for Hold Your Ground at level 4 rather than Subdue. I've been seeing lots and lots of Hold Your Ground from Johanna players as of late. Chromage opting for the Death Coil build on Arthas with Immortal Coil at 7 and Death Lord at 4, increasing the range and always getting the healing effects. Another trade on Siege Camp's top side and bot. Gen.M still with a narrow lead on experience, thanks once again to their hero takedowns, though they are ahead on minions as well. Greekfire gets the dismount on Allen by default. Kobo already used the jet propulsion here, and with new habits at 1, they don't have a movement speed to get out. Under Newb management, are going to pick up their first takedown here on the Blaze. Kobo a little too far forward for the Firebat to withstand. So that's going to bring us back even on the race towards the heroic talent tier. Next objective spawning here in the next 2 seconds. The Bruiser camp for Gen.M a little bit out of time. And we can hear those Seeker proc sounds. That's the level 7 talent for Silver. Additional damage on a target if all 3 magic missiles hit the same. Liddell eating a lot of CC from Gen.M here. Silver found in the bush by Gokwe. That's a lot more damage. Kobo pops the trait. But they get rooted here. They're able to escape the stun. So had they been caught in that Immortal stun, that would have been pretty dire. But they got out just in time. Greekfire will have a cleanse shortly. I'm imagining they're going to opt for high 5 at level 10. Gokwe getting chased down by Chromage, but they're able to cover for themselves with the Force Wall and the additional slow at level 4 with Electric Fence. A little bit of an earlier level 10 for under Newb management, but Gen.M equalize. We've got Resurrect, interesting. Syndragosa, Mosh Pit, Wave of Force, and Rain of Vengeance, and on the other side, Black Hole, Leaping Strikes, High 5, Bunker Drop, and Falling Sword, interestingly enough. Liddell misses the power slide there, caught on the wrong side of the Force Wall. The Psionic Echo doing a lot of damage, ETC in full retreat here. Coffin still has the Falling Sword if they so choose. It's a lot of damage onto the Lunara. They'll fall. Silver gets the first takedown, but without much mana, they're unable to get a lot of progress done on these resets. Chromage getting a lot of disruption here with the Frozen Wastes slow, but it looks like Newb management are only able to get that one takedown. Lumi very low, AG Silver low on mana, Chromage biting off a bit more they can chew, but they can get rezzed. Allen by default popping that heroic as well. Halftime show victory goes to Newb management once again. We're in a racing position for the Immortals, which definitely favors under Newb management. Kobo finds Silver here on the backside. Kobo caught in the slow of Chromage. Lumi found on the top side by Sir Mac of Cheese. Gen.M are having trouble getting the lockdown they need to secure these takedowns. A lot of damage going on to Gokue there. Sir Mac of Cheese getting chased down by Chromage as well. Under Newb management, totally happy to play this slow game. They've got poke damage in the form of Li Ming. Lumi does not have to step too far up to get that puncturing arrow damage onto the Immortal either, so this gentle posturing is not a big issue for them. Gen.M have sent Sir Mac of Cheese back to their Immortal. Gokue caught here by the Arthas. They're going to fall. Bunker a bit late there. Coffin taken down as well. Another reset for Silver. Lumi chases in with the Vault, but they're going to escape. Kobo, however, completely out of mana and body blocked by the Arthas. That's going to be another set of takedowns for under Newb management. With the Immortals spawning in top lane, that is a big teamfight win right when they have their power play secured. I missed the mosh pit, but it's on cooldown, so it must have happened. Gen.M through the shield now, but I think this top fort is likely to fall. Liddell finds 2 with the power slide, but they are on the receiving end of a fair bit of CC themselves. Chromage falling low here. There's the Leaping Strikes and the Black Hole. Arthas not going to be able to escape this one. Gen.M in full chase, letting their structures take care of the last little bit of Immortal HP. So it gets through half of that keep wall. Coffin's going to have to back up there. Oh no! The building damage was a little too much. Gokue down below half HP now. Sir Mac of Cheese gets the Leaping Strikes to escape. Greek Fire eating a full Seeker proc. Gokue won't last any longer. 7-5 in takedowns, favoring under Newb management thus far. Sir Mac of Cheese walking all the way down to bot lane with a sliver of HP remaining. Gen.M pick up the top siege camp. We've got level 13s on both sides here. Piercing Lash for the Oriole, so able to get more than one target knocked up against the wall. We've also got Echo Pedal, not Echo Pedal, Encore for Liddell, looking for cooldown reduction on their heroic. Chromage has opted for the relatively new level 13 Frost Strike. There's the Syndragosa. They're going to use it as a guarantee to secure the bot fort here before the next objective phase. I would love to see them peel back and get the right side Bruiser camp before this objective spawn. They're going to do just that, adding a little bit more pressure to top lane to supplement their periodic catapults they'll have spawning up there. Sir Mac and Cheese has opted for Spell Shield at 13 rather than Abolish Magic. So the only cleanses for Gen.M are going to come from Lucio and Johanna. Gokwe throws the black hole over the wall, but now they're caught by the slow from Chromage. There's the Unstoppable from Greek Fire. Chromage might have bitten off more than they can chew. The Mosh Pit goes off, and it's the Arthas who will fall. Alan by default still has res. They're going to pop it here, and under Newb management, back up to full fighting force. Top lane in a rough position for Gen.M while they continue to try and get this defense of their Immortal. That's the level 4 complete for Alan by default. Gokwe taking a fair bit of damage once again on the bot side of this engagement. There's the Oracle proc to get the vision. Coffin in full retreat. They don't have the Iron Skin, but they're going to skate out without too much trouble. All the while, Top Keep taking so much damage from the Catapult and Bruiser Camp. Gokwe caught by the root once again. They're going to get the cleanse from Greek Fire and save themselves with the Black Hole as well. Under Newb management have been running the table on these objective phases. Looks like they're going to be able to secure a full shield Immortal, which headed towards the bot lane. Top Keep going down during that objective phase under Newb management with a talent tier lead as well. They're definitely in the driver's seat in this game 1. Some big damage power spikes at level 16 as well. Silver has unlocked Mirror Ball, and we've got Manticore online for Lumi, so percent damage for the Vala player. There's the Cindergosa. Man, it's a great tool for snowballing on Battlefield of Eternity. Kobo drops the bunker. Gen.M a little too hesitant to step in there with the keep not shooting back. This Immortal's still very healthy. Kobo misses with the Jet Propulsion. Chromage chasing down Sir Mac and Cheese here on the bot side. Level 16s picked up for Gen.M. The Immortal's still at about a 5th of their shield HP. We'll see how much Newb management can get done on the core here. Lumi taking a fair bit of damage. Coffin pops the Iron Skin. Liddell falling very low. And it looks like Gen.M might have staved off the worst of the push from Newb management there. Coffin falling low to Chromage. There's the Leaping Strikes. Another big Jet Propulsion. Core is falling down below 20% HP, however, and that's going to do it. GG and well played. The final push strong enough from the red team. An excellent showing from them. Under Newb management, really controlling those objective phases quite well. And that was the big difference maker, honestly. They were getting early team fight wins at the beginning, though the takedown count doesn't necessarily tell that story. And it was truly the patience from under Newb management that was their boon, their greatest success. Gen.M committing all 5 heroes to the defense means that unless they can get a takedown, under Newb management was always going to win those Immortals. We can take a look at our hero damage, and Silver is top of the lobby with 54k. Lumi a little bit behind them there with 50k themselves. And a fair bit more experience collected by Chromage on the Arthas compared to Kobo on the Blaze. Talents, once again, anything out of the ordinary. 16 Invigorating Spores. Attack speed. Okay, very interesting. As well as maximum health damage. Fair enough. Up the frequency. Okay, very cool. Of course, if the game continued to go late, I like under Newb management's chances even better. level 16 for Alan by default, the Reservoir of Hope scales so crazy good into the late game. So there you have it. That's game 1 in the books, going in favor of under Newb management. Let's pop back over to our battleground selection and see where we're going to be headed for game number 2 in the series. Alright, it's Infernal Shrines for game 2. I don't have draft information, so I'm not sure whose battleground selection it is, but it kind of doesn't matter. Because I also don't know what heroes they're playing until we get into the game. So, who cares about who picked it? Am I right? For those of you who tuned in midway through Game 1, welcome. Happy to have you. We are taking a look back at Week 6 of the Nexus Gaming Series. This is Division A. Oh, come on, scoreboard. Update, please. There we go. So we're seeing Gen.M take on under Newb management in a best of 3. I don't know the results. Don't tell me. Thanks, friends. So Infernal Shrines, another Diablo battleground, another pretty strong objective-focused battleground as well. We'll see how our teams adjust their draft strategy, if at all. And it looks like we've got both teams on the correct side. Excellent. So let's just hop right in to game number 2 of our best of 3 series. And we can introduce our teams once again. On the left, looking to take us to a game 3, we've got Gen.M Esports, Gokue on Medivh, Surmac of Cheese on Sylvanas, Greek Fire playing Malfurion, Kobo on Zul, and Coffin on the ETC. To the right in red, trying to seal things out with a domination, we've got under Newb management, Silver on Kel'Thuzad, Liddell on Anubarak, Chromage on Dahaka, Alan by default on Anduin, and Lumi playing the Raynor. Jimothy Raynor? In 2025? You'll love to see it. I love what Newb management are working on here. They've got plenty of siege damage with the Kel'Thuzad, as well as the potential to generate siege with Anubarak beetles. Gen.M threatening a little bit of off-lane siege pressure as well with the Sylvanas. Both teams trying to find one another. Of course, it's most impactful for under Newb management. Silver wants to get those Master of the Cold Dark stacks together to increase their spell power and gain access to their Glacial Spike. We've got other quests on the board. Prog Rock for ETC, as well as Enhanced Agility for Chromage on the Dahaka. And Gokue on the Medivh, it's going to make it challenging for under Newb management to get the jump on Gen.M. With a Raven hovering over your head at all times, it's hard for an Anubarak to catch someone out of position. I'm surprised by the Zul pick. Not the most common offlaner. They've opted for Shackler at level 1. So, additional source of CC slows from their bone armor. Gokue threatening the portal engage. They're able to do that. Oh my gosh, so much CC onto Coffin, but that's where the Force of Will from Gokue comes in handy. First 3 stacks for Silver on Master of the Cold Dark. And I think Gen.M were really just posturing there. There was no real threat for them to invade, given that Newb management have the Dahaka. Level 4, we've got Possession for Sir Mac and Cheese. Liddell and Coffin potentially in a lot of trouble, but Coffin able to get the scout with the loudspeakers at level 4. 2 stacks, aka globes, for silver on their Phylactery of Kel'Thuzad. Gokue sidesteps the drag and portals to safety. Liddell able to power slide to safety as well. Already up to 2 stacks on the enhanced agility for Chromage. And under new management are getting first crack at the Punisher. Already through 14 of those Shrine Defenders. Gen.M playing it a lot more passively here. It's going to be tricky for them. Oh no! The root. People are in trouble. Kobo falling low. It's Gokue who's the one who got dragged in. They're going to reset the Master's touch stacks. Another few stacks for Silver's Kel'Thuzad. Sir Mac and Cheese in full retreat. One more auto attack from Chromage might have done it, but with the Medivh loss, Gen.M are going to have to give ground on the objective under new management, once again showing their prowess on these objective fights that they demonstrated in Game 1. So it's a Frozen Punisher. Definitely the strongest pushing Punisher in the game. We'll see how easy it is. I guess with the Medivh, it's pretty easy for them to bait the Punisher over. Another stack for Kel'Thuzad, up to 10 now on Master of the Cold Dark. Both teams opting for their level 7s. A little bit of a visual bug there. Paralyzing Enzymes no longer Quest and or Gambit. We lose the ETC. That might seal the deal for this fort. Would love to see Newb management stick around and get at least one more Death and Decay, or whatever the Q is called, for Kel'Thuzad. It does so much building damage. It is Death and Decay. Hey, I know talents. I know abilities. So, mid-fort survives. Gen.M are able to preserve their structure. Chromage pushing out one more bot wave for digging to top here. The Nature's Cure from Greek Fire at level 7 will undoubtedly come in handy here. Gokue threatening the portal in onto Liddell. And that posturing is enough to get under new management to back off of the... Oh! Coffin pulled away with that Glacial Spike. Silver has access to it now thanks to their 15 stacks of Master of the Cold Dark. With Kobo's rotation in, it was a pretty easy steal for Gen.M. Trailing about a full level towards their heroics now. Under new management have opted for Frostblast, Locust Swarm for Liddell. Very interesting. I think that's a fair choice in a double support situation. And I love this call from under new management to take advantage of their talent tier spike, finish off that mid fort. We've also got Isolation, Light Bomb, and Rainer's Raider. Gen.M have equalized, of course. They've got Mind Control, Tranquility, Poison Nova, Mosh Pit, and Medivh still holding theirs. We'll see if Gokue opts for the Leyline Seal. No real wombo combo potential there, but there's the root follow-up from the power slide. Oh, so much damage onto the ETC. They'll fall. And there's the isolation onto Kobo. Oh, gosh. Things are going from bad to worse for Gen.M. Under new management. They were the ones engaged upon, but call the ambulance for Gen.M. They're able to secure another 3 takedowns and start sieging away on this bot fort right before the objective spawns in bot lane. It's going to be an Arcane Punisher, and I think Gen.M are going to be able to finish off the fort before they even worry about the objective. I love having all 4 of their heroes push away while Chromage deals with the objective. Man. Off to a red-hot start for under Newb management. And just a sliver of a level away from their level 13 talents. They're in the lead thanks to superior minion experience as well as heroic takedown experience. With that second fort takedown, it's only going to increase the gap of their passive XP gain as well. So for level 13, what do we have? The auto attack one, speed of the pious, rather. So additional movement speed whenever Allen by default throws their Holy Star. Line them up for Lumi on the Rainer. Uricating Spines. I don't know anything about Kel'Thuzad talents. Chains of Ice. Slowed by 60%. Scary. Liddell does not connect with the Burrow Charge. And Gen.M Esports have done a fantastic job getting through this Punisher. Bot Keep will take about 1/3 of its HP, maybe closer to 1/4. On the top side, top fort taking a considerable beating from Kobo and their Bruiser camp. Excellent micro positioning from Lumi, saying that if Gen.M get Gokue as an eye in the sky, we'll have one too. Rainer really evening the playing field in the vision capacity there. Heavy rotation onto Chromage here. Oh, they hit the drag to interrupt the power slide. Here's the... Oh no, there's no cleanse from Greek Fire. They hold it a little bit longer. Bit of an overlap there between the ley line and the mind control. And so no connection. Kobo makes the rotation in, but under Newb management will back up before Zool reveals himself. This is an even talent tier fight, and it looks like Gen.M want to take it. Portal in. Kobo's looking for the root. Under Newb management, happy to give away a siege camp. Another stack for silver there. Mosh Pit on to Chromage, but Allen by default still had the Leap of Faith cleanse. A mind control lands onto Dahaka. They still have the burrow to get out to safety. Kobo in deep here. They pop the Poison Nova. Heroics flying back and forth, but in the end, no takedowns for either side. All the while, the bottom siege camp has been pushing away. Sir Mac Cheese can clean that up pretty quickly, as well as take care of the threat of the catapult, while under Newb management get the last bit of experience they need for their level 16s and pick up this Bruiser camp to boot. There's the stun onto Kobo. I don't think they make it out alive. That's a big root. Oh, Leyline potentially saving. Oh, what a great Glacial Spike! Silver gets the takedown. Whew. Timing that out perfectly, avoiding the various save mechanics for Medivh. Silver showing a lot of prowess on the Lich. And it's another fort takedown for under Newb management. Gen.M have a lot of ground to make up here if they want to get an even talent tier fight. I like what Sir Mac and Cheese is doing here in bot lane. They've built up a massive wave. I don't know if they've got any more opportunities for the possession, but they could get a lot done with this push. Gen.M understanding that, or I'm sorry, under Newb management understanding that Gen.M are not going to contest them on the objective, immediately start pushing in mid, leaving their offlaner to contend with the Shrine defenders. Yeah, that push did not get as much done as I think Gen.M would have hoped. Under Newb management playing this very slowly means that Gen.M will have an even talent tier opportunity for defending this next Immortal. It's going to be a Mortar Punisher for mid lane. But with how much ground Gen.M have given on the battleground, under Newb management happy to paint the map red. Grabbing the neutral siege camp as well as the objective. Chromage will take care of the Bruiser camp in top. They've got their Burrow, Rushstalker rather, available to join this push as soon as they're done. Oh, the jump goes on to Sylvanas. Frostblast gonna follow up as well. Gokue falling low. Both damage dealers for Gen.M down below half HP. Chromage does not connect with the isolation. Another jump from John Cena. No connection from the elongated tongue of Chromage. Coffin looks for the mosh pit. Short interrupt thanks to that penetrating round from Lumi. They've got additional cooldown reduction at level 16 from Paint Them Red. Chromage looking for Gokue there. Another, oh, but the cleanse from Alan by default. Coffin really trying to get those pulls. Kobo's in deep with their Curse Strikes build, but under Newb management can spread out pretty happily. Liddell pops the Locust Swarm. Gokue falling low here. They have to use the Force of Will. Kobo continuing to chase on to Newb management. Chromage so very low. There's the Mind Control. Another Frost Blast. And it's 3 takedowns in favor of Newb management. Sir Mac and Cheese haunting waves through the enemy team. A great grab onto Greek Fire with the Glacial Spike. There's the drag. And under Newb management are going to get through both bot and mid keeps here. Their bot siege camp getting through that while they put pressure with all 5 heroes in mid. Another drag to seal the fate of Sir Mac and Cheese. And that's going to do it. A 2-0 in favor of under Newb management. GG and well played to our red team. A commanding performance from under Newb management, both games 1 and 2. Gen.M looking a little bit lost in the objective phase for game 1. But we'll talk about that in a bit as we take a look at our builds. Nothing too out of the ordinary. A bit surprising to see Lumi opt for Sergeant Pepper at level 20. But I suppose they were already winning the game, so burst damage every 3 basic attacks rather than 4 definitely allows you to kill the core more quickly. Yeah, the offlane contributions in both games, I feel like, definitely favored under Newb management, both in terms of experience and teamfight impact. Alright, so let's update the scoreboard. And head over to our little wrap-up. Excellent. Yeah, under new management showing an excellent understanding of how to control the objectives on both Battlefield of Eternity and Infernal Shrines. Their patience in Game 1 was definitely their biggest strong suit, whereas Game 2, it really just came down to those decisive crowd control engagements from Liddell and the follow-up from Silver on the Kel'Thuzad. Let's take a look at the divisional standings to see where our teams are currently. Gen.M with 12 points, under new management, tied for first place with 23 points. So definitely showing why they are top of the table there back in week 6. A strong showing from our first place team. Okie doke, so that'll do it for this series. I'll do a quick sign off just so that I can roll credits for when this ends up on YouTube, but I'll be back shortly with another series. Shout out to everyone who tuned in, to all of the staff of NGS, and last but not least, all of the artists, programmers, and musicians whose work I feature here on the stream. It wouldn't look or sound anywhere near as good without their contribution. You can find links to all of their work below the video or coming up in a credit roll here. Please go check out their work. It's all open source or Creative Commons licensed material, so if you saw or heard anything you liked, it could be in your next project as well. So stick around if you're here live with us, and otherwise, until next time, good luck and have fun out there. Peace and love.